Begin Podfix Network transmission in 3, 2, 1.
We are the Yummy and Fearless podcast with the side chicks featuring Yummy and Dark Phoenix. We are the side chicks because we give our side of the issues. Oh yeah, we are an irreverent and comedic podcast hosted by two seductive and fully grown women that explores pop culture and relationships.
That's right. And if you want a behind the scenes glimpse of what fully grown and seductive women talk about when no one is listening, no holds barred, this is the pod for you. We're talking unfiltered, and Karens need not apply and not safe for work.
That's right. So check us out at www.yummyfearless.com.
Peace. What up?
What's up, Dark Phoenix?
What's going on, Yummy?
Everything. We're back up in this motherfucker.
In this piece.
We's back. We's back. So well, it hasn't been a while. We do this every week.
We do it every week, man. We're here every week. So
here
fun coming back.
Yes. Welcome to the Yummy and Fearless podcast with the side chicks. I'm Yummy.
And I'm Dark Phoenix.
Oh, goodness. Yes. It feels
We are
so great.
Yeah. Well, what are we talking about today?
We're just going to talk about a few different things that are going on. And, we could jump right in, random things like, for example, rapper Jezzy and TV personality Jeanie Mai pending divorce.
Uh-oh. What happened? They were so sickeningly in love.
They were sickeningly in love. But I don't know if you remember, I had some concerns about them early on. Well, first off, I'd like to say that I think it's terrible news, though.
What happened?
They really aren't saying. People are doing a lot of speculation. They've only been married for like 2 years. And they have a child.
Yeah.
I'm like, what could be so wrong that you are saying that is what's the word?
Irreconcilable?
It can't be fixed. Irrecoverably broken.
And
it can't be fixed. I'm like, how?
You surprised by that?
I kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I'm surprised. One, because they're older.
Okay.
And they
didn't know each other that well.
Clearly they didn't, because some of the speculation is that they're saying that they think some of it was cultural. I don't know that I completely buy that, but
I can believe that. Pretty
really.
Yeah.
So why so?
I mean, you have. Wait a minute. So let me just make sure I have my rappers right. Which one was she? Jeezy, right?
Jeezy from Atlanta, the
Jeezy.
Snowman. He used to be young Jeezy.
I love Jeezy.
He's okay.
He made some bops.
Yeah, he had some bops at one time.
Yeah, he made one of my favorite songs, actually. Go Getter. That's like a good running song.
I like My President is Black and My Lambo is Blue.
That is a really good one, too. That's a really good one.
It's like...
Yeah, some bops, yeah.
At one time he had some bops or whatever.
At one time, right.
At one time, his era in terms of being like a happening young rapper is over. If any indication of that, he dropped the young from his name, which he should have, because he's no longer young per se in that regard. But
you got to think, he's a Black rapper.
Yeah.
Who probably has some urban sensitivities. She is an Asian talk show personality, and she probably does not have any of those same urban sensitivities. So there's a cultural, gap right there.
Well, one of her claims to fame is that she has those urban sensibilities. She was born and raised in Oakland, and she's very acclimated, I guess, involved in hip hop
West Coast culture. And
Oh,
that was one of the accusations against her, was that she had a history of dating Black men, but
appropriation.
some people but some people accused her of fetishizing
Yeah.
Black men, because she made a comment, and this has come up a million times, and he was even asked about this, because previously she was married to a white man.
Right.
And when she was a talk show host on The Real, at the round table one day, and this isn't verbatim, but she made a comment, something to the effect that she likes her dark meat on the side, but her long term, the white meat keeps her slim and trim.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Misstep.
Very
Jeannie
much
Mai.
so. Very much
Yeah.
so. To where even Jeezy said in an interview that when they first started talking, she sat him down and said, I have something to discuss with you. I misspoke. Some people took it out of context and sort of explained it. And he was fine with it.
That ain't out of context.
That's many people shared that perspective.
I just feel like they didn't know each other that well. I feel this way, not just about them, and it could be a cultural thing, but I think in general, people they don't know what they're getting into when they sign on that dotted line. It's a contract, people. It's a contract.
It's a contract.
So
but they are saying though that in her culture, like parents and family in general, it's customary for them to come and stay with you open-ended. And her mother apparently had been staying with them the entire duration of their marriage. And then I guess at some point her brother also came.
you think that's cultural?
I think it can be cultural, but it can be. I do think it can be cultural, because I think that even if you say in terms of like Americans, like I don't think that that's no longer standard practices in America, period. Because you could even have like that can even be customary for Africans, for continental Africans.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But that is cultural for
Non-American.
Vietnamese.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and her people Vietnamese.
Mm-hmm.
That is, so when she had her baby, her mama just was there, and she remained there. But because that is not customary in America, that can put a significant strain on a relationship. So I'll even say this for me. If I married someone and they were under the belief that their family should come and stay and stay and stay and stay, that would be a problem for me, because that's not for me. That's not what Jesus put in my heart. So, you know what I'm saying?
But
Like
that is not. I know Black people who have their parents, their especially elderly parents, come, or mom, especially if it's like a widow or a widower, come and stay with them. That's okay. But I'm sure he felt outnumbered at some point. He's like,
I
okay,
believe
this
so,
is some
because
bullshit.
they only spoke their native tongue.
Ain't that okay? Now you got to go.
Yeah, and have you ever heard Vietnamese spoken? Like, it's tonal. It's tonal. So like, it's a combination not only of different words, obviously meaning things, but it's the tone of a word that also has different meanings. So it's like dong 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 dong.
Okay, don't cancel us.
No, I ain't trying to offend nobody, but like, y'all do know that it is not the most,
right.
At least to a Western ear, it's not the most romantic sounding language. But I guess in a sense, you are outnumbered, and he didn't speak it. He didn't speak it.
That would make it worse to me. I mean, it's
It
one thing
would.
to be outnumbered. It's a whole nother thing. Now you motherfuckers are speaking a different language
Yes.
in my presence. Are you kidding me right
Not
now?
only in my presence, in his house.
Yeah.
It was his house. So I don't give a fuck what you say. That does start to like
that'll get old.
impact you.
That'll get old real
Yes. I don't give a
fast.
fuck what y'all talking about. And then the only time when a motherfucker wants you to hear what's said, because then they'll say English. Come on.
Right.
Come on.
Hey, wait a minute. I ain't stupid.
So let me get this straight. Everything else being said, I don't need to hear. Then every now and then you come back to English, you'd be like, pick that bread up off the floor, and then go back to Vietnamese. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Yeah.
It's unfortunate though, because like you said, they do have a child, but unfortunately, it is a fact of life in this country.
It is.
Two
But
people, you know, they get together and get married for goodness sakes because they feel a certain way. They got the feels as if that's a reason.
well, you've educated us quite a bit about the feels not being enough.
I'm telling you, man.
It ain't enough.
Telling you, man. Come on.
It ain't enough. But you know what the other thing they say was a problem, which was my concern, and I commented about this before on the podcast.
What?
I'm going to say they, but it was more so her. Telling too much of their business, too much of their
Oh,
intimacy.
yeah.
It was too much.
Yeah.
It was way too
She was dead wrong
much.
for that.
Yes, I mean, she shared every motherfucking thing, sexual, reproductive. It was too much. One, because they're not Gen Zers. They're not that young.
Right.
So
They're
it's not.
millennials? Are they? No, they got to be older
No.
than. I know Jeezy is older than a millennial. He's like our age almost, if not.
Yeah, he's somewhere. He's knocking on that door. She's in her 40s.
Oh yeah, too old to be telling shit.
Too old, but she told everything. And I also, when I looked at, that's why I don't think I could ever do a show like The Real, even though I really would love that paycheck, but I could not do a show because when I looked at that recently, part of their job was to tell all of their fucking personal business on a daily
Oh
basis.
really? Is that what
Yes.
that was about?
Yes,
Didn't know. I never watched it.
they told every intricacy of their lives, of their person. That was part of the shtick. To where one thing she would they brought their spouses on and they would discuss like issues within their relationships. Like they played a clip where with her first husband, they were like saying what the different issues were, and then she said that he was a bitch.
Not on air, did she?
On air. It was
To his
so
face?
bad. Yes. And just like the look on his face and like his response, it was no wonder they
I
didn't
bet
make
you
it.
Jeezy won a bitch.
I know. And she said that because she was like, I never realized that, I had an anger problem until I was with Jeezy. Because he was like, oh, no, that's not going to work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But
yeah,
either way,
telling
it's
your
sad.
business, like, come on, that's like rule number 1 of relationships,
It
isn't it?
is. It's like,
It's
I don't know what
101.
they paying you, but it can't be enough to fuck up.
Well, not so fast. Not so fast.
Maybe.
If
Maybe.
for the right for the right price, short of being diamond and silk, I will pretty much I'll get with the program. What else you want me to talk about? Okay. I ain't gonna call my man a bitch, but
shit, she said he was a bitch. But she also said after they were done, she talked about how she didn't respect him.
Ooh, well, that's his fault. I'm blaming him for that.
Really? But
The previous dude?
Yeah, but even if she thought that, I just think like that's not something you should put out into the. Keep that to yourself.
But we don't know what he did behind closed doors. I heard that there was some deal about her wanting to her being infertile. I guess she thought she couldn't have children or something like that, and that he didn't want to have children or something.
Well, she didn't want to have children. He did.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then she flipped the script, huh?
She flipped the script and she did in vitro with Jezzy. It had that baby. That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm,
beautiful child. Which is why I'm just kind of like 2 years, y'all. Y'all old as fuck. You did in vitro. You started this whole thing in 2 years. And y'all like, I can't do this no more.
That's what happens when you jump in too fast. It's like, come on. It's like going into a business. It's like going into a business with somebody that you just met and only see when they're all dressed up.
Yeah, that's true. So let me ask you this. So say that you were in a relationship that you really cared about. You really cared about the person. He was your person, your dude.
Okay.
you were even whatever your ultimate relationship is. For some people it's marriage, for some people it isn't, whatever that is for you.
Sure.
So, but this guy would go on social media and he would be liking attractive women's pictures that were somewhat seductive, and he was liking them, and occasionally he would comment on them. How would you feel about that?
Let's see. If I really liked the dude and he probably wouldn't be my dude. He probably would not be my dude.
But what if he had made it to being your dude? You think he's your dude. You're committed. Y'all are publicly committed. He's your version of marriage.
Yeah, I would feel that wouldn't work for me. That would not work for me. For one, so for a couple of reasons. I doubt that somebody, I don't know. I never say never, but I do not see me and old dude getting to the point where he's my dude. I'm thinking he's like my dude and he's doing that kind of stuff. That's like I'm not feeling that.
Well, I'm gonna tell you someone in the public eye that's been doing this. So Keisha Knight Pullum, the young actress from Rudy, yes, from the Cosby Show. So she married a gentleman, very handsome man. Recently, they had a baby. I think his name is Brad. But this guy goes on Instagram and he likes and comments on young, attractive women's photos.
I thought you was about to say young, attractive man, girl.
Now that he probably does in secret, but the women, he's just totally, I mean, they're definitely, what women do. It's like put their best feature forward, their ass and shit like that, titties, whatever. And he straight up is like, he has a type. I will say that he likes the thickums. But he's like liking a lot of them and leaving comments. A lot.
Oh, that's not a good look. It's not so much that it's not so much that there's anything inherently wrong with that. It's just that it's just not a good look for my man, my husband, publicly. And it's like, what do you think? How would you feel?
I always think like this with men. I'm kind of like, I just take it to them like this. Like, are you cool with me? Like, putting heart signs next to a nice eggplant and some gray sweatpants. Like, if you cool with it, let's do this shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's how we getting down. That's how we getting down.
Yeah, because niggas like to act blonde and shit. So, but it's like if that's cool with you and your spirit, you feel good. Like, well, let's roll with it.
Right.
We can do it, and I mean that shit. So, but otherwise, like, I would hope that you would have enough common sense to know it's just is not a good look.
It's not.
Not to say, of course, people are gonna find other people attractive.
Yeah, of course.
But to basically be starting a file, which is what you're doing, which likes and comments when you're married and they just had like a baby, especially that when that format has the ability for you to even communicate with a person.
Yeah,
it's not okay, and I don't give a fuck what you say. If I was up there like, dang, what's up? That's swelling in the middle. Yeah, I would love to see
eggplant man, gray sweatpants. Now, what is she saying? Is she feeling some kind of way publicly?
Keisha has not commented, but of course the internet is commenting like,
her fans,
yo nigga is out of pocket, right? Which. Yeah, I mean, I understand how people saying that. That is like,
don't have me out here. Don't have me out here with people telling me that my man is out of pocket. Please, no.
Right. It's like you looking at an ass and like, last I heard, I got one of those. So like, what the fuck you doing, Playboy? Like, and then people like hollering at me like, you're new. And these compared to Keisha, even though she started out as a kid, but she not the youngest chick on the block no more. These are young women compared to her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
she's still a beautiful woman too. She still
is a beautiful woman.
She's tiny too, I hear. She's small.
she's fun size. But it's like, why what are you doing that for?
Yeah.
Like it in your head.
Like it in your head. Yeah. Yeah, or with your friends behind closed doors, but don't put me in a position where to where I'm looking like an idiot. I'm looking like a fool. Don't do that to me.
Yeah, do not
We can't even be
do that.
cool. If you're gonna do that shit, it doesn't even matter if you are okay with me doing it. Like, cause I don't really want to get down like that. I'm not participating. No.
Yeah, it's a no. Okay. But okay, so there's another major breakup
Mm-hmm.
in Hollywood.
Uh-oh.
Iman Shuperts and Teyana Taylor. Yes.
No. I'm
Yes.
sad about that. I
I
like them
know.
together.
No, but you know
They're
what?
such a cute couple. No.
Yeah, but it sounds like they've had a pretty struggle relationship for a long time, and they probably have been sort of putting up a front for quite some time.
That would not surprise me. But gee.
Yeah, but like the side chick is talking. I mean, it really sounds like the two of them have not been a thing for a very long time, and they
Dang.
just been going through,
Don't they have
you
two
know,
kids now?
they have two motherfucking
And they're
kids,
beautiful kids. Oh.
two beautiful little girls. But here's the thing, and I know you young people ain't gonna appreciate this because y'all love to gather as a group together and have sex. But I don't give a fuck what you say. All them threesomes and shit y'all love to do,
Preach.
it is not good for long term relationships.
Preach.
And Iman and Teyana was doing that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And when they started, I thought to myself,
It's cute when when you ain't no no when you're minimally invested. It's cute.
mm-hmm.
When you
But I
got
don't give a fuck
kids and
what you
shit.
say. When you are inviting new pussy, and I mean, like, he is a young man. It's taking everything he had. He was in the NBA at that time. It's
Mm-hmm.
probably taking everything he has just to focus. Okay,
As an
then you
NBA player too. Come on.
right. Then you want to be like, no, no, no. Don't forget about this. I don't give a fuck what you say. For most people, you are planting a seed. You are introducing things into your dynamic.
Yeah.
It's hard enough to maintain the relationship itself. Just the natural ups and downs of a mature grown people monogamous relationship, particularly when you start introducing children,
Mm-hmm.
finances, etc., etc.
I agree, but what about this though? Because on one hand, so I do mostly agree with that. On the other hand, it just underscores the idea that when you expect one person to be your everything forever, it's not realistic. That's first of all. Secondly, it reminds me of I've been watching a show on Showtime called Couples Therapy. And
Mm-hmm.
there was a couple who was not that young. Well, the woman looked like she's probably in her late 40s, mid late 40s. And the man I think was probably a little younger, but they have kids, but they had also intro they used to play on the wild side and have threesomes and stuff like that. But what happened was he started having relationships outside of their threesomes, and that was a problem for her. She felt like that was cheating. So, the therapist talked about ethical non-monogamy and how maybe they should have, maybe they should consider that. But the man is so insistent on, well, what she's doing when I'm not around is none of my business. And therefore, so that
Mm-hmm.
helps him justify his actions when she's not
Mm-hmm.
around and I'm doing what I'm doing, it's none of her business. But yes, I agree with you pretty much for the most part that you introduce a third person, fourth person, or threesomes, you're doing
Mm-hmm.
orgies, whatever, and then you expect to go back to business as usual. I don't
It
know.
don't work like that. Not for most people. Not for
Mm-mm.
most
I
people.
don't think for anybody really.
Yeah, it doesn't. And I don't know. I just think it breaks up families because you've gone that far. Y'all done made two whole damn kids. And now they're saying they suspect she's dating a girl,
Oh Lord.
and he's definitely doing whatever he's doing. I don't know. I just find the whole thing sad personally.
It
because
is sad. It's really sad.
Yeah, that wasn't their intention. It wasn't. And they were very public and open about what their intention was with their relationship and their marriage. And it wasn't this.
Yeah.
I just feel like when you start playing, over in that area of things.
Yeah, y'all.
Don't do it.
No, ma'am.
No. Candy Burris from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She admitted that she eats her husband's booty. Lord.
Why did she admit this?
You know what?
There's a lot of booty eating nowadays. I don't know what the hell that's something that I don't think people did in my day. I know I sound really old right now, but
I do too. But that was one of the reasons why I brought this up, because I didn't really think she was from the generation of booty eating.
Yeah, she's from our generation. She's playing.
From our generation. So it's like, what are you, Candy? What are you doing?
Maybe she's trying to keep her man. Maybe that's what he requires.
I don't give a fuck what he requires.
I just say that if he's...
Get your shitty ass away from me. What are you talking about?
I'm just wondering. It's just like a man. It's like Samora used to say, if he got doo-doo stains in the front and the back, run.
Oh my God.
If you have to lick his booty, I'm concerned.
I'm not even gonna. I ain't even gonna hold you. But
we should not be judging people's people's. Are we yucking people's yum?
Let me share something with you. I feel perfectly comfortable yucking your yum. I don't give a fuck about your yum, nigga. Shit. I don't care. Why people need to be all up in your shithole? I find this offensive. This offensive to me.
But some people really like it. I mean, some people like to do it. Like I've heard people like to guys. Some guys really like eating the groceries.
To do it.
Yeah.
God bless you. But
tossing salads.
For me, this disrespectful to my little dry sassy girl. This disrespectful to all us.
But you might like it better.
Man,
getting your salad tossed.
Yo, little shitty ass. Niggas are nasty. Niggas are.
I don't know if it could be the other way around. I just don't know if it could be the. But guys don't even wipe really well. I don't think guys wipe well enough.
I think they use just a small amount of tissue, and they do it one time. And I bet you, I would need to take like a fire hose, like a fire hydrant. That's
like a bidet, a fire hose bidet.
But it's like, motherfucker, I got a coochie. All right. That's gonna make everything better. Everything is gonna get satisfied with my sassy girl. We not gonna need.
But he ain't eating yours. You're eating his. So
that's the problem. Yeah, that is the motherfucking problem. I ain't eating your shit.
I would have to bathe them. Is all I'm saying.
I'm not even gonna bathe them because a booty. I don't give a fuck what you say. You can never fully clean a butt of shit. You cannot.
You sure? Are you sure?
And I feel comfortable saying that. And why do I have to be exposed to fetus? Or what is it? Fetus. Why do I have to be exposed to fetus?
But you don't. You just if you wash him up for you to enjoy yourself. You just wash him up real good. Make sure it's clean. I mean, they can say the same thing about, us.
Coochie.
It doesn't actually ever get super clean.
But it ain't shit. It's not shit in there. There's not shit in the coochie. There's shit.
We hope not.
Yeah. Most of the time, it ain't no shit.
Sit in the tub. Maybe if you soak him. If he soaks, then he's good to go. He's good to go because he's soaked his butt.
But why? Even if you go through all that, what you need attention back there so bad that you willing to soak in the tub, scrub, then come back. I'd be like, nigga, you need another nigga. If you feel like you need to go through all that to get some attention
I
back
just don't
there.
understand it. I think what it is we don't understand. We just don't understand it.
Listen,
It's a kink, right? I don't think that I know I don't understand I don't even understand how it's pleasurable to be the receiver of it. That would not,
either.
I would be so self-conscious, like, please don't let me fart. Please don't. Please don't let me fart.
I would be there like, I have so little respect for you. Keep going. I have so little.
The more you eat,
the less. It's a race to the bottom. It's like you are just. I would never kiss you again.
Yeah, don't. No, that I don't know if we could kiss again. I don't know.
But then, so Candy was like, it was her podcast, so she was saying like, Kendra, the first Miss Black USA or something, was saying she admitted to doing it before as well, and I'm like,
I think that's. I have so many thoughts about that. Like, why would a guy even want that other than to humiliate you?
Thank you for listening. If you like what you heard, review, subscribe, and share. It helps other listeners find us. And don't forget to follow us at Yummy Fearless on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and even Pinterest, where you'll find additional content from today's show and also our highly curated He Can Get It list. As always, you can listen to the Yummy and Fearless podcast with the Side Chicks on Apple iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, and Spotify. And if no one else has told you today, we love you and thank you so much for listening.
You've been listening to a podcast of the Podfix Network. Discover more audible gems like this at podfixnetwork.com. Make sure to catch up-to-the-minute network shenanigans by following @Podfix on Twitter, official_Podfix on Instagram, @Podfix Network on Facebook. And make sure to subscribe to Podfix Presents wherever you choose to find podcasts. The Podfix Network, artist owned and loved.